Right, check information. Yeah. So there's so much you can do with tech, right? In terms of career pathways as well, we've got like data analysis. Even data analysis is now a bit more advanced, where you can also add, you can like use AI, to analyze data. We've got business analysis. We've got project managers, product managers, digital marketers, and on the business side, who here understands CRM and the use of it? Okay. Oh, we're advanced in this class. Who understands automation? If you raise your hand, you explain how you automate. Right. Who understands automation? I'm not going to ask you questions because I know you guys are ready for me. Right. And then digital marketing, of course. I mean, I used to say something about the days where there's something I used to say in my webinars, where if we have two people selling a particular product or service, and one is based in, I know people travel from afar, so I'm going to be careful the city I use in my example. So if you travel from a very remote, people should give me the remote city to use.
Bristol.
Derby.
Sheffield.
Northampton.
There are some places that are more remote. Anyway,
Swindon.
if you
Edinburgh.
are selling a product in a remote city, I will not be giving names. I'll be safe because we have a lawyer in the house. Okay? So if we use a remote city, if you sell in a remote city, and you're leveraging tech, you have a CRM, you have a sales funnel, you sell on social media, and someone is in London. Please give me a very Gengar city in London, or somewhere like Kensington or something. You sell in Chelsea, Kensington, but you are using traditional flyers. I go to the gym, I'll probably meet a billionaire there, and that's the only. It could be one of the ways. That's the only way. Oh, I go to the gym of rich people, or I give flyers, or I have a banner in the street of rich people. Who is likely to make more sales in terms of number? I'm not talking about value now, because now we're going to B2C or B2B. B2B can make a bigger check from just one customer. But in fact, let's say they're selling the same thing, right? And in terms of numbers, who is likely to make more sales? The person in Hull or the person in Kensington? Which one?
Oh.
Exactly. So that's something that digital marketing can do for you. Then automated payments, AI, customer journeys, and so on. So there's so many ways to leverage tech. CRM is one thing also that I found to help in my business as well. Like we have a lot of moving parts. The sales, we have a process. We have the lead generation process. The sales and conversion process, and then we have the marketing, and we have the service delivery. And there's something that can help all of this, right, to be under one umbrella, such that the customer experience from start to finish, you can see it in one view, and that's what CRM can do for you. So the opportunity is not just about entering tech, it's to be tech enabled. So you need to use tech to be more employable if you're a professional. And if you're a business owner, you need to use tech to be more scalable. Tech is what can help you scale. If you are still serving customer behind the counters, depending on your service and product, right? And the framework I would like you to leave with today is the first one, which is skills. You need to start with your skills. What can you do? If you have to roll your sleeves. The next one is proof. What evidences of what you can do you have, or what you have done? The next one is alignment. How is your journey aligned? Like, what's the alignment you have? Is there a flow? Right? Where do you fit best as well? What's your previous experience, and what's your previous experience? And what are the things you need to add to that? What's your background? What's your capacity? What's your interest? And then the confidence. Put yourself out there. We have a lot of people of scaling, but they never take action. They never take action because they're not confident enough. I tell people, particularly my students in my bootcamps, like that, the difference between you that finished and the other person is that they continued applying till they got a job. You're as much a project manager as that person who has a job offer. You just have to keep being confident and keep it down. And then the execution. You have to execute. Like, it's not just about gathering knowledge and being a repository of knowledge, because that's something that we are very likely to do in this era of too much information out there. But sometimes you need to put your phone down, put all those things away, and do something and act. And that's the space framework. So these are career transformations that we have had, at RKY Careers. At RKY Careers, we help people add tech to what they already have or transition completely to tech across project management, business analysis, program management, Scrum Master, digital marketing, and compliance QIC AML. I think I got it there. And then, if you want to leverage tech, where do you start from? Some have people in this room now that want to start, but they don't know where exactly to start. What role fits your background? What skills do you used to do a self-assessment? I call it self-assessment. What can I do right now?
The room is dark.
And then what projects can I build? What do I position? How do I position my experience? How do I prepare this independence? And then you need to start with strategic upskilling. You need to be able to demonstrate experience. You need to also leverage domain expertise. So if you're here, you're trying to transition to a new field. You're coming from somewhere. For me, it was banking. I have a lot of people that have replicated that strategy. Customer service in banking, added data analysis to it, then moved to reporting analysts in banking because they have a domain expertise that they can leverage to their advantage. And then strategic positioning as well. You need to know how to optimize your brand. You need to look best for what you're positioning yourself for. The same way we dress for the way we want to be addressed. Your CVs, your application documents, even if you're applying to awards as a businessman or whatever it is you're doing, you need to place the best you can for. And if you want to grow your business as a business owner, leveraging tech, how do I attract this? What's your current marketing process? Are you just relying on a season where maybe there's like a flow? It's until that season is over before you realize that I never had a system. It was just a season. How do you attract this? How do you follow up with them? What can you automate in your current process? How do you track your performance after this automation? And then, how do you still continue to deliver quality? Technical issue.
They said we should give it a few minutes.
Right. So, I'm going to ask, because we're all about execution today. What would you be doing differently as it relates to tech today? What would you be doing differently, or how differently do you see tech now? From the back, nobody else. Okay, it's enough.
Yeah, I can speak. I think when it comes to tech, and particularly in AI, I can only speak from a project management background. A lot of the time, it's very easy to copy what the industry is doing, and it works. It keeps you, at least operating in your organization or in your department or in your business at an industry standard. But actually, what I'm starting to look at now is where are the gaps in the marketplace? What can I leverage from case studies, from having conversations with people, and they're sharing their bottlenecks and their frustrations? Because actually, if everyone's doing everything the same way, they're all experiencing the same problem. So if I can bring one solution that solves 10 people's problems, and that's 10 salaries, or 10 deposits, 10 deposits that's coming into my account. So that's what I would say is, it's good to look at what everyone else is doing, but actually, if everyone else is doing the same thing, they're all experiencing the same problem.
I think for me, what tech can speed up execution, because in the space framework that you shared, I think where the most problem that I've seen is the execution part, because everybody can have an idea. I usually say that whatever you are thinking right now, there is minimum about 8 or 9 persons around the world thinking the same thing at the same time. So whoever has the speed of execution owns the idea, and tech can help with the speed of execution. Today, with AI automations and AI softwares, you can build an app and push it out within a week. So whatever you are thinking right now, whatever is the idea, execute it, push it out first, and then, that's basically what tech can help you doing right
I love that from a business perspective. right? Execution, because that's actually what I have on my next slide. So what would you be doing in the next 90 days? You've heard all of this, but how do we execute our ideas? How do we execute our transition plans or whatever it is that's been burning in your heart? Right. So in the next 90 days, this is what you should be doing. You should be very intentional. The first 30 days is to get clarity. You've got an idea in your head. What's the idea? Who are your customers? Who are your customers? Is there really a market? Is it a problem? Because a lot of people build solutions out of personal experience. I did that, but not all problems you're experiencing are viable businesses, right? So this problem you want to solve, who are the buyers? Do you have buyers, right? Then the next 30 days after that, the next 30 days, you need to build a core skill or system in that particular area you've gotten clarity about. And then in the last 30 days, you need to build proof, visibility, and momentum. So momentum, and it could be shorter than this. It could be thank God for speed. That idea you have, you can turn it to something tangible that has a website and everything in just like few seconds, thanks to Lovable and some other products we have out there. Okay? So, and that's for the business perspective. So, the next level starts, with the right support. At RKY Careers, we are able to support you through our tech bootcamps that help you to gain the practical skills you need, that you can add to what you already have to stand out in the job market. We can also help you to gain practical life experience in real clients' projects, because it's not just about what you know in your head, it's about what you can prove you have done. Right, and after that, with the confidence, we help you with your CV and LinkedIn optimization, right, job application strategy, and also a supportive community like the one we have here today. And through the RKY Business Coaching, we can help you to get clarity for the business idea that you have. We can help you develop your offer, right? We can help you with systems, automation, marketing strategy, visibility support, accountability, and implementation. So this has success stories from previous. These are a few of our success stories, right? We've supported about 2,000 professionals into their desired roles today, and this has some business transformation as well, right? Businesses that went from manual to automation. We have e-commerce businesses that were taking orders manually or ordering through Instagram, who built their digital platform through us. And today they're able to take orders and they're able to, keep their clients a good shopping experience. Right. So today, if you're joining any of our courses, or if you know someone, because I know that some of us are quite advanced as well in our journeys. If you know someone, you get a special discount at £399 to join any of our full career bootcamps. Right, instead of the usual code. And the code is LWB15 off. I don't know if that's really because I'm struggling to read the screen. Okay, and so these are our next cohorts for our courses for the career side. And also on the business side, we can support you, right, with business coaching. And we also have some business related trainings like artificial intelligence, marketing, digital marketing, and all of that. So feel free to take the screenshots. So you might know someone that's struggling with their career. You might know someone that needs to have something. You know someone who's been stuck in customer service for a long time. You know someone who's been stuck in admin. You know someone who's been stuck in, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with those roles, by the way. I'm just saying that we in this room building today, we are people that want to do more. There's always return. This event is the beginning. There's still more. It's 4.0 or 5.0. You guys will see the no deliver. So that's what I stand for. Always want to do. By the way, we are taking the event in Lagos. I'll have anybody in Lagos. So encourage them to. And so the perfection. Like there's not a point where everything is you need to decide. That's when you decide on you. Your decision has to be to do. Make that decision. What do you want to do today differently? What do you want to do today differently? We've talked about my book. I'm sure you all watched the video. But this is not just about the book, it's about the mindsets. Because it's okay I always talk about tech a lot. However, in the last 12 months, there's no way I don't talk about the limitless mindsets. And that mindset is the mindset that helps you to look beyond limitations, beyond setbacks, and to start when you need to leave. Something does not even need to happen before you decide to change. Right. So that mindset is a mindset I encourage everyone to have. You can do anything if you only start. You only have to start. That's the trick. You want to start that business, just start. Thank you for attending. Join our community, the Limitless community. Thank you. So we have another session. We still have another session happening here. But if you have any question, please ask your question about tech, about business, anything at all. But after that, we have a session happening here on creator economy. How to make your followers how to turn your followers into cash, basically.
How to find out if the difference between for 399.
So the business coaching, good question.
Yeah.
We have a discount for the business coaching.
I'm sorry.
Okay. We have a discount for the business coaching, but I will not say yes or no. I'll have to confirm on the stand. But I think we have 50% of all what, yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Two things. The presentation you just did, would you be able to share it with people who are in here, or is it limitless wide share? The
Yeah.
second thing is I want to comment on my experience with RKY. There's no question asking us to do that, but I just want else to say. I've been working for over 40 years, doing different things. Paid employment, starting businesses failing, businesses succeeding, me getting bored of businesses, different things, different spaces. And I came here because I came to RKY because I was bored. Said, well, I need to do something new that may enhance what I was doing at the time. I started as a math teacher, then I became a pharmacist, and now I'm doing business analysis. So I came for data analysis. I learned that. I thought, oh, very good. I'm going to get a remote job, and it's going to keep me busy because remember I said I was bored. But the alignment that she spoke about your previous skills was absent. So I didn't get that data analysis job that I thought was just waiting for. So I came back and I did the business analysis of project management. And while I was on that course, I realized that all the other roles I had done in this world, all of them came together under that business name. I didn't know that before. I found out one concept job. And then I thought again, oh good, now I know, I actually know this more than I thought I knew it. I'm going to get a job. But then it dawned on me that while are you getting a job, you should be opening a business. In fact, people call you all the time for business analysis work, but you didn't know that's what they were calling you for. But now I have this, it's given me that confidence to put myself out there and say, actually, yes, I'm actually going to charge you for what I'm doing. Because before it was like, I know you're not doing anything, come and help me do this, and I'll do it. Now it's like, I actually do this, and I know why I do it, I know how to do it, and I can charge for it. So thanks to Ruki, she has amazing audacity. That's something that I've seen that as old as I am learning audacity. I didn't have audacity before. I was one of those that I like being in the back. If I can be under the table, I prefer to be back at the back and under the table. Even standing here and speaking is not, that's not normal for me. So thank you. And well done. And keep doing what you do.
Thank you. Thanks for the feedback.
Oh, and I'm also going to do something I saw about change management.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Hi everyone, I'm Abby Gaga. So I've got a question for you. I've also got like an observation. So honestly, I don't even know how to sort of put the words together, but you inspire me so much. I've spoken to you like once on the phone and it was just really inspiring for me because everything you're doing, I've kind of wanted to do some of it and it's been challenging, it's been so, difficult. And I'm just like, honestly, where have you been? I'm like, we need to connect. So I'm just excited to be here today. But one of the questions I have is, literally, so when you're in your career and they're trying to build your business, and because at the moment, I'm still in my 9-to-5 job. So I started building properties. I also have embroidery and beauty hair business, and I've got 3 kids. And the challenge for me has been sort of just leave the job and focus on your business. But it's been so challenging because, I know that the business will succeed if I, put all the effort in and all that. But it's just just blending that 9 to 5 and the business. So at the moment I've got like a few people helping me, like I go on Upwork, I try to outsource and get a few people helping. And honestly, that side is even like taking time because I'm not having to show them manage people. So I'm like, oh, I'm trying to save time and now I'm having to like spend 2 hours, every, maybe even 4 hours a week trying to guide them into thinking the way I'll think or wanting them to help me make things faster. So I'm like, how do you blend everything to sort of, build that business and then, because the goal is to quit the full-time job, obviously, or like, that's the question.
Wow, that's a full podcast worthy question. How do I blend everything? Oh, where would I start from? But one thing I would just say is that I didn't just up and leave my 9 to 5, right? And I built my I didn't venture into business to start a business. I'm a problem solver. And that's why I have multiple ventures, because I'm always saying something new. In fact, right now, I'm softening the pedal. Like, I can't solve all the problems in the world. But yeah, so I ventured into business as, solving problem. But I also have very good background in strategy, in business. Like I said, there's some experience I got at the early stage of my life. In fact, without even knowing, when I had like a setback, you should get a copy of my book. You'll be able to understand. You get the answer to your question. In fact, but there was a time that when I wanted to choose a course, I had a disappointment. When I wanted to study law, I had a disappointment, and when I was going to choose an alternative to that course, at the heat of the moment, I had an opportunity. There was an admission open, but these are the only available courses: economics or accounting. The only reason I chose accounting over economics was because accounting had a pathway to freedom. Based on that time, you can open your own chamber back in Nigeria as an accountant. You can become chartered, open your own chamber. I mean, as limited as that vision was, because you can do a lot more than that. But that was like it for me. But as an economist, at the time, I could not see what I would be after like a while of being an economist. But I've always wanted, the independence, but I didn't just, there were so many things I put, which is part of the sessions I do now, like helping people understand their readiness for leaving 9 to 5. Before I left 9 to 5, I had, I told you about it. I had invested in property. I had a couple of other things, and which is also, that's not what this session is about taking advantage of your seasons. And, investing when you have to, when you have to. I eventually had to make the choice because one had to go. It was either I kept building. There was no way I could be excellent at work and also keep building at the pace I was building. right? And, the business was viable. There was proof of concept. There was revenue. There was everything in place. But that is not to say that you have to have that perfection, because it wasn't even still perfection. Because for me, it's about building sustainably. I've known from the start that anything I want to do it right. I don't know where it's going to take me, but I'm going to start right. And starting right is what has led to where I am today. Starting right and continuing right and having sustainability and legacy behind everything I do, is what has led to. But get a copy of my book. You'll get the full gist.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we have another session happening here. But
I just want to contribute something to
okay.
what your issues. I'm a family coach and I'm a pastor as well. I'm a business person. My kids are kind of grown up now. Well, while I was raising my kids, with my black, we kind of understand that family is a priority. Okay, you need to look at it that the investment you're putting into those kids, it's priority in the list of the needs. Okay, and your ability to still generate income to stabilize your family is more important. Business, understand, is a risk. Right? So you grow gradually into it. And whilst you're also building your family, you're managing your family, you are learning some skill in handling a lot of things. Is a learning process. You're learning how you're able to juggle between the needs of maybe demanding one in the child, in your children, and also the demand of paying the wife and all the other things. So it's all business. The family is a business.
It's a ministry on its own.
It's a business on its own. So if you manage that all right, you are actually preparing yourself for the future. So I don't know what age are your kids now, but rest assured there will be a time you will have freedom on your hand. Well, maybe
Can't wait. I can't wait as well for that time.
Alternatively, if you don't, whatever you want to do, that you think you want to do right now, then you have to
Leverage tech,
leverage it and find
AI.
somebody else to do it for you. And it's definitely surprise for everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. I'm sure you can continue that. That's why we are here. So, but I think that's going to be it for now, because I've been told off that our next speaker for this room is ready. Yes. So thank you all for attending my session.